That's it. Yeah, y'all see it. 2 times spicy. What's going on, y'all? It's your boy CJ. And today I'm going to be showing y'all how I prepare and make the Birria egg rolls. So yeah, it's just gonna be a little cooking video. Y'all see my face. I told y'all about my face breaking out. I got a dermatologist appointment coming up, so yeah, we gotta get this rectified. But yeah, I'm gonna be doing Birria tacos. Shereese is here. I mean Birria egg rolls, I'm sorry. So yeah, so I'm just gonna take y'all through the whole process of how we do it. I mean how I how I prepare the meat and all of the ingredients and stuff like that, and then hopefully y'all could do it too, so yeah, so let's get started, shall we? All right, y'all, so what I start out with is this big old piece of flesh here. This is truck pot roast. It's about a little over 2.5 pounds of roast. It's nice. It's thick, so we'll get a nice amount of meat out of this. This is mainly for my wife and our mother, so they're Birria crazy right now. So yeah, you just start out with this. We're gonna wash this off, and then I'm gonna show y'all how I cut it up and everything. So let me rinse it off, and I'll be right back with y'all. All right, y'all. So this is the ingredients that I'm gonna be using. I told y'all about the chuck roast that I'm going to be using, so y'all already seen that. So other ingredients that I'm going to be using are about 10 cloves of garlic, different Mexican chilies. I'll put the names of the chilies in the description below, but it's different dry. They pretty much dried chilies, peppers. You can see they are peppers. They just dried, So I'll put the names of them. So, but I'm using about 3 of each. It's 4 different chilies here. A red onion, half of a white onion, a pack of beef bouillon powder, some ground clove, Mexican oregano, salt, chipotle peppers and adobo sauce, smoked paprika, ground ginger, a teaspoon of sugar, ground cumin, cayenne pepper, ground cinnamon, black pepper, chicken stock, thyme leaves, and, well, y'all seen the garlic, but that's pretty much what I'm using there. It's already peeled. Yeah, don't matter who peeled it. All right, so let's get started, shall we? All right, y'all, so what I'm going to start off by doing is chopping this onion up. All right, so let's chop the onion like so. Make sure you have your somewhat sharp knife here while you're doing it. And then you just cut it down the middle. Once you cut up top, and then just chop it up. Hopefully I don't cry like a little biatch. But so there's your chopped onion. Let's chop up some of the pieces that didn't give chop like they were supposed to give. All right, but anyway, Yeah, that's that. So we're gonna put this off into the bowl to the side. All right, then we're gonna chop up our red onion, peel it off. I like to peel off the first layer. You know, ain't anybody got time to be trying to just get the. It makes for an easier peel. Just peeling off the first layer, right? All right. Get rid of all of that. All right, next what we're going to do is chop up some fresh cilantro. You see it? Fresh cilantro there. So, take out some cilantro. What you want to do with these, y'all, you don't want the stem part. You don't, the stem, oh shoot. You don't want the stem part. You just want the leaves. So we're just going to take one and just take the leaves off. Like that. Take the leaves off. Just want to de-leave it. You know what I'm saying? Just de-leave it. I'm not a big fan of cilantro, but the recipe calls for it, so it is what it is. And it makes it makes it look good too, like you do it. I mean, you know, sprinkling it and the presentation and all that good stuff. And I'll do some more. Just take off the leaves and put them in a nice little pile. And then, yeah. Okay. And you know what? I'm going to do one more. I'll do one more. Just get rid of that. There you go. Alright, y'all. So then what you want to do is just chop that cilantro up. I don't have the sharpest of knives, but it'll do the job. It'll do the trick. And this actually doesn't go into the this doesn't go into cooking at all. This doesn't get cooked. This actually goes into you're going to use some of the onions for the cooking process, and then you're going to use some of the onions to mix with the cilantro so that you can sprinkle it over your food. So what I'm going to do is alright, y'all, so what I'm going to do is, you know, see? Let me just make sure y'all can see what I'm doing. Alright, so I'm going to take some of these onions. Just so I need to. I want to get some white ones. Get some of that white onion, maybe. Alright, look at that. I'm going to mix that up. Put this in there. Mix that up. And then this one, this is what we'll use to cook with right here. So we're going to put this one to the side. This is what we're going to cook with. And then I'll put my cilantro in this one. Mix it with the onions. Like that. Right? And then I'm going to mix that up. Mix that up like that. Mix it up, mix it up, mix it up. Alright? And the red onion It's good for flavor. I love red onion because of the flavor and the smell and the taste. So that's that. So that's what you're gonna sprinkle on your food once it's done. So we're gonna put that aside, put that in the refrigerator. Alright y'all, now what we're gonna do is we are going to prep our dried chilies. And what I like to do with these is I like to just cut them at the top here. Cut them. And then just stick your scissors on the inside of the chili like this. So on the inside of the chili like this. Alright, anyway, just cut it. Alright? Cut it. And then basically what you're doing is you're getting all of the seeds out of the chili. So y'all can see all the seeds falling out. All the seeds. Get all the seeds out. All the seeds. I like to get them all out until it looks like that. You want it to look just like that. Get all the seeds out. Alright? Sit that to the side. And we're just going to do all of the chilies just like this. So I'm going to do all these chilies. I'm going to seed all the chilies, and then I'll be back and show y'all how it looks. Alright, y'all. So the next step is to cut up our beef. Our beef chocolate roast. So what I like to do is I like to cut it in cubes. So I'll just cut it like this. Just cut it all down. Y'all see that? Y'all see me doing it? Cut it. I gotta sharpen my knives. Okay, cut that. Cut it. Like so. Right? And then you want to cut it into cube pieces. So just cut it again. This works. With this knife not being that sharp, we'll just do it one by one. Do it like this. And don't be alarmed by the fat, because the fat is what holds the flavor. Right? So you want to just cut it into little cubes like that, something like that. See that? Okay. Right. Right. So cut all of these cubes. Cut this one again because it's kind of big. Like that. Cut that cube. Cut that. Let me see my other knife. It's my favorite knife right here, though. These tasty knives. Let's see if this one can. See that one better. A lot better. I keep this one sharp. So just cut them all. Cut into cubes. Like that. Like that. The cubes already working. Alright. Alright, and that's the cubes. You want this will feed a good 4 to 6 people. You know. So what we'll do is we're going to put this into. I have a nice sized pot here. You guys see the pot? Nice sized pot. It's a deep pot. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna throw our meat in the pot. Throw our meat in the pot. And then I'm gonna show y'all what goes into the pot. Right now. Where's my finger at?
Bruh.
Y'all, yeah, whatever. Alright, y'all, so this is the pot of meat. So what we're gonna add to the meat is 2 bay leaves. So let's add 2 bay leaves. So 2 bay leaves, organic bay leaves. Add them to the pot. We're going to add 1 whole pack of beef bouillon powder. Can y'all see that? Hope y'all can see it. And yeah, beef bouillon powder. Add that whole thing to it. Remember the onions that we set aside earlier? We're going to add that to it. Right? Then we are going to add, a teaspoon of sugar that we already have measured. So sugar, teaspoon of sugar. We're going to add a teaspoon of salt, like that. And y'all, like I said, I use Cooking with Kiana's recipe, but I add, put my own little twist on some steps. So, just shout outs to Cooking with Kiana, who is Casey Connection's daughter. So, yeah. Next, we're going to add 2 teaspoons of Mexican oregano. This is organic Mexican oregano. So we're going to add 2 teaspoons of that. Like that. 1 teaspoon of dried thyme. So we got some thyme leaves here. Dried thyme. Okay. Add 1 teaspoon of that. Like that. Then we're going to add a teaspoon of ground cinnamon, like that. A teaspoon of ground clove. Ooh, that's probably a little too much. Ground clove. Ground clove, sugar, and black pepper. So we're gonna add a teaspoon of black pepper. In fact, let me use this. You can use whatever pepper you want to use, whatever your heart desires. But we're gonna use a teaspoon of pepper. Then we're going to use a teaspoon of ground cumin. There. Right? Um, 1/4 teaspoon. 1/4 teaspoon of smoked paprika. Then we got an 1/8 teaspoon going to do an 1/8 teaspoon of cayenne pepper. And then, last but not least, 1/8 of a teaspoon of ground ginger. So put that in there and put that in there right there. Alright. Then we're going to add our minced garlic that we cut up earlier. Alright. Then I'm just going to take, that's what it looks like, y'all. Y'all see it? So then I'm just going to take and I'm going to put enough water in this pot to cover the meat. So now what we are going to do is boil this meat. So now what we'll do, that's what it looks like, y'all. You see the onions and all that good seasoning and all that good stuff. We're going to boil this meat for 2 hours. So we're going to let, let me take this off so y'all can really see. So we're going to let this meat boil. This, I can't really see. A little dark, but yeah, we're going to let that boil for 2 hours. And we're going to let the, what you do with these chilies is you put them in the water, let them boil. Once they come to a rolling boil, turn the heat off and let them sit for about 32 minutes to an hour. So the next step is going to be making the chili paste that will be added to the meat in the water later to make your consomme. So we'll be back once we get that rolling. Once the chilies do what they do, then we'll be back and we'll make that. Alright? See y'all in a little bit. Alright, y'all. So the peppers have stewed for an hour. So what we're going to do is drain the water out. Drain the water out. Like so. Drain all the water out like that. You see that? Yep. And then we're going to put all these peppers into the blender. This is a Ninja blender. So make sure all that water out there. Throw all the peppers in there like that. Alright, y'all, so the peppers are in the blender. You can see that. And what I did was I took about 2 cups of the broth from the meat. So this is 2 cups. You just take some of the broth from your meat that's boiling, and you're going to add that right to the peppers. But before you do that, see, I almost forgot. Before you do that, what you want to do is you want to drain it. You want to drain it into, you don't want to get all of the extras that's in the bottom of it. So we're going to just take our strainer, one of these strainers like this. We're going to hold it over top. I'm going to make sure y'all can see that. Move it back so y'all can see. Move it up. Y'all see that? Okay. Alright, so we're going to just drain this into here like this. See? And that's what you want. See all that extra that's in the bottom there? You don't want that in there. So we'll throw that away. Alright? Alright. And now, what we are going to do is add a chipotle peppers with adobo sauce. So we're going to open this. We're going to add one of these. Okay. And make sure you get you one of the peppers out. Get you a whole pepper. Make sure you get a whole pepper. There's a bunch of peppers in there, but get you a whole pepper like this. See that? You're gonna dump that in there. All right, and now we're just gonna blend it up. So let's go ahead and blend it on there. I'm just gonna blend it up, y'all. Blend up. Blend it up, blend it up. Alright, nice and blended. And this is what it's going to look like. Can y'all see? That's what it's going to look like. Kind of like tomato soup. But this is the main, this is what's going to help you make your consomme, which you're going to dip your tacos or your quesadillas or your egg rolls, whatever Birria dish you're making. You want that consomme to come out good. So that's the consomme base, I'll call it. So we're going to just let this sit. And then all we're going to do is wait for our meats. Wait for our meat to do what it's doing. Like I was saying, sorry about that. We're just waiting for the meat to finish cooking. And then what we're going to do is, once that finishes cooking, we're going to take all of the meat out. And we're going to chop up the meat. And then we're going to add the consomme to the water, the broth. And then that's going to make a nice amount of consomme. I'll add that. Oh, shoot. Yeah, so I'll just stay tuned, man. It's going to come out good. We'll see y'all in a little bit. Alright, y'all. So, y'all see the meat is stewing well, very well. And now what we're going to do is add our consomme base to that water. And yeah, just like that. So we're going to put our strainer on there. And that's what you want to do. That's what y'all want to do, okay? Y'all want to strain the consomme because it's a lot of chili pieces in here, and you don't want that in your consomme. So we're gonna go ahead and put this consomme base and strain it into the pot, just like this. Just pour it all in there, like that. And what we're gonna do is we're just gonna strain it in. Just keep working it with the. We're gonna work it with the this strainer. Make sure you get all of the liquid out of this consomme base. So just work it, work it, work it, work it, work it. Just keep working it. Just like this. Just keep working it. And y'all, when I'm finished doing this, I'm going to show y'all what y'all don't want in your consomme. Just keep working it like this. Get as much of that liquid out of these pepper mix as you can. Like this. Just like this. Alright. Just work the bottom. Just like this. And ladies and gentlemen, that is what you don't want in your consomme base. Can y'all see that? See all that? That's just, it's pepper pieces from the blended peppers. You don't want that in your consomme. So Yeah, I'll throw that out. Right. And as you can see, it's changed colors. I don't know if y'all can see that good. It's not good lighting in this picture, but yeah. So now it's going to stew. You're just gonna let that cook for another 20 minutes. Oops, sorry. We're gonna let this cook for another 20 minutes to get that flavor into that meat. Just like that. I'm gonna give y'all a closer look at the consommé meat. As y'all can see that red hat, that's what you want. So we're gonna let that cook for another 20 minutes and then I'll show y'all the next steps. Alright, see y'all in a minute. Alright, next what we want to do, y'all, is take these bay leaves out. The bay leaves are pretty easy to find because they sort of float to the top. So take your bay leaves out and discard of them. And let's see what's the other one. It'll pop up. So now what we're going to do is we are going to take out all the meat from the consommé. So take all your meat out and just lay it on the cutting board. Take all your here's the other bay leaf. Take that out. So yeah, take all your meat out. All that meat up out of there. I'm using tongs. You can use a spoon with holes. Whatever you feel that you want to do is fine. Now what I usually do is I add chicken broth to the pot. But the only time I do that is if I don't have enough, if I didn't add enough water to make it enough consommé for everybody. But I think I put plenty of water this time, so I'm not even going to need the chicken stock. So we're just going to add all of this meat. Get all your meat out of this pot. Ooh, it's hot. Get all that meat up out of there. All of that. Alright, let me grab a spoon so I can make sure I got all of it. Be careful, y'all, because this stuff is hot. All you need. That is a lot of flavor in that meat, y'all. A lot of flavor in this consommé. I think that's it. Alright, so now what you want to do is so y'all can see good. Let's zoom y'all in a little bit. You want to chop up this meat. Let me throw these bay leaves away. Now you just want to chop up this meat, y'all. So I am going to 1 second. All right. So let's chop up this meat, y'all. Chop up that meat. Y'all see it? Y'all see it? Good. All right, so let's chop up that meat. You want to just get it looking like kind of like pulled pork, kind of. Get it nice and chopped up. Nice and chopped up. Chop it all up. Y'all see? Hope y'all can see. I'm trying to. Now I know people probably do theirs differently, but that's why I say you can add your own little twist on it, however you want to do it. Just make sure you chop that meat up real good. I still have my consomme over here boiling, because after I chop up this meat, I'm going to add a little bit of it to the consomme to give it some of that, you know, when you dip it, you get meat too, so. Chop it up. I'm trying to keep it in the picture so y'all can see it. Whew, your hand gets tired, but. All right. That should be about good, y'all. Get it nice and chopped up, as much as you can, like that. Okay. Get some pieces. All right. So that's the chopped meat, as y'all can see. See the chopped meat there. We zoom in so y'all can see it even better. You know what I'm saying? So that's the chopped meat. And now what we're going to do is, let me take y'all with me. Alright, so what we're going to do now is, we are going to add some of this meat to the consomme. So just a little, not much, not a whole lot. Maybe like about that much, just a toneful. You know? Then we're going to add it to the meat. Just stir it in. Stir it into the meat. Like that. Right? And y'all, that is it. That's it. So there's your consomme. Make sure y'all can see it. That's your consomme. I'm gonna put that into a bowl. That's your consomme. And that's your meat. So now what y'all gonna see is Shereese make some egg rolls. and then we're gonna finish up. All right, y'all. So Shereese is going to show y'all how to prepare your egg rolls.
Yeah, CJ know how to cook them, but for some reason, my poor husband can't roll.
Yeah, I do all the hard work as far as making the consomme and meat, but Shereese is better at this. I suck at making egg rolls. I don't know how to roll them good. But these are. I was gonna show them the pack real quick. So these are the egg rolls that we use, y'all. It's not soya egg roll wraps. Vegan too, so you know.
No, we're not vegan.
We're not vegan, but hey, they work. So it is what it is. So Shereese gonna show y'all how to make them.
My hands are clean. I wash my hands twice. Twice.
Got the heat, the oil heating up right there. We about to get to it, y'all.
I need that so I can wet my fingers.
Oh, I thought you was gonna just put it in water in a little bowl or something like you did before.
Didn't even have to wash it.
I mean the water, but the water running, it's gonna be hard to hear you. So all it is, y'all, is just taking a little bit of water. Oh, I'll let her tell you.
All right, y'all. So the Birria egg rolls. You want to take a little bit of water. Clean your hands. You can use your fingers or you can use a brush. I don't have a brush. I threw ours in the garbage and I keep forgetting to buy another one. So wash my hands twice. Take your finger and I just wet it along the edges. Honestly, usually what I do is put the meat in first. I don't know what just made me do this first, but we'll see how it turns out. And then I just take some meat. I try to pick as much as I can. He gave me another spoon. I put the cheese on top of the meat. And then I just take a little bit of the onions, cilantro. Is that it? Onions and cilantro. Just take a little bit and put them inside. And then I just fold it up, roll, and then you flip it to tuck it. And then I roll it over. And you have an egg, your egg roll.
Your egg roll. That's what the egg rolls look like, y'all. Before they get fried, anyway.
And then
let y'all see one more.
This is the way I usually do it. This time I'm not going to add this because I usually don't put this in my mom's, and this is for my mom.
Yeah. My mother's gotten addicted to this. So.
After she asked us what we eat because it was so good, so nasty. Mm-hmm. Oh, guess what, y'all? I forgot to put a little bit of... See what happens when you get on camera? You get nervous and you forget stuff.
What? Oh, I didn't even know you did that.
I usually just sprinkle a little bit.
Oh, okay.
So the flavor can be in the meat.
So she putting a little bit of consomme on it, y'all. Drizzling it on there.
Just a little bit because it goes through. But I like to have a tiny bit in the meat. Get the cheese off my hand.
The same process, y'all.
Same process. This time I just put the meat on before I went around the edges with the water. Again, you can use a brush. Some people use a brush. CJ told y'all we got our recipe from Cooking with Kiana. And I believe she uses a brush.
No, I think Kiana uses her fingers too, yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
And just flip. And you roll.
And that's it, y'all.
And you just repeat your process for however many egg
rolls y'all want. And that, my friends, is egg rolls. Birria egg rolls. And we're about to fry them up. And I'll let y'all see that process. You don't let them fry long. You know, you just
not too long at all
on both sides. So, all right. So we're gonna see y'all when they go into the oil.
All right, y'all. We dropping them in the oil.
One of them came a little unraveled, but don't be alarmed. It's all good. It's still gonna be good. But
a lot of grease on here.
You just fry them up. And yeah. They're gonna be they come out delicious, y'all.
And don't take too long to fry.
Nope. And you can do so many things with Birria. You got the egg rolls, you can do tacos and quesadillas and enchiladas. And really creative with the Birria.
You know what I want to try?
Birria pizza.
I ain't never seen that one.
I'm sure it could be done.
I'm sure it can be too. I'm just saying, I've never seen that one. What's one of my...
Y'all can see. Y'all see it get brown around the edges there?
I want to try the chicken Birria.
Chicken? Oh, yeah. Some chicken so deep. See that golden brown? What you want? Nice golden brown. Yeah, because don't forget y'all putting water around the edges, so once that water, a little bit of water hit that grease, y'all know what time it is.
Let them get a little darker, but not too dark. Alright, you know you're going to wash that one. How many do you want?
Two.
Think how many egg rolls you want. How many egg rolls you want? Okay, two. I was going to say I'm going to eat the rest of my seafood with ham sauce, but nope. That's more than you eat this and you eat that tomorrow. You have it done. Auntie Live. Getting ready for Auntie Live is like going to the club. You gotta take a shower, change clothes, get your drink ready. Excellent.
It's golden brown.
I'm gonna let these get a little darker.
Yeah.
Yeah. That oil is hot.
Yeah. Hot. Look, y'all. And there it is. The finished product. Y'all saw it from start to finish. This is CJ and Shereese's version of Cooking with Kiana's version of. Y'all see what I did there? CJ and Shereese's version of Cooking with Kiana's version of Birria egg rolls, y'all. And consomme. Make sure y'all dip that consomme up in that thing there. Wow! Get them egg rolls nice and golden brown. And that's it, y'all. That is it.
That's it, that's all.
So, with that being said, make sure y'all like, comment, share, subscribe. Hit the little bell to be notified whenever we drop a video. This video is and was done for Shanette Nicole. She actually requested this video because she wanted to learn how to make them. So, Shanette, I hope this helps. If not, you know how to contact us with any questions that you have, or anyone has any questions, y'all can just hit us up. Y'all know how to get to us. But yeah, make sure y'all tell somebody you love them if you haven't already, because tomorrow's not what?
Honest.
Y'all have a wonderful rest of your evening, and until next time, folks.
Peace.
Peace.